I am a firm believer of gut. The often we say, okay, my gut calling is this. So how do you relate the gut call and your soul's path or soul's purpose? Because at times it happens that your gut is saying something that you have to be walking on this path, you're right on the right track. But as per the societal norms, a lot of times you're not aligning with their norms. Let's say you're not able to get that level of financial success that the society expects you to be having at a certain, maintaining a certain stature or something. So, how can we understand the difference or relation between gut calling and your soul's purpose?
So, Pulkit, if someone is listening to their inner voice and following the path of their inner voice, then they are aligned with their soul. That means they have such a strong connection with their soul. We can call it soul, spirit, higher self, whatever, inner voice, everything is just one and the same. It is
Mhm.
guiding us in the right direction. It's only that, maybe there are some karmic debts that needs to be released so the success comes easy. So, why are we facing most of the problem in life? Because as we said that, there are some conditioning that is happening throughout from the childhood to our entire life, and we're not following the path that we are supposed to be. That is when the friction in life comes up. If you're following your inner path and if you're following what feels right to you, you are as it is aligned with your soul purpose. Because your soul is the one who's guiding you.
I understand the relation between gut health, your gut calling and your soul's purpose. How can meditation, really help in enhancing an Akashic reading experience?
If you are learning and if you're a student of Akashic record readings, then meditation really helps you. But if you're just a seeker and you need a guidance, maybe, once in a month or a couple of times in your lifetime, then you really need not meditate per se as a practice. That
Mhm.
should not be the reason for which you should be meditating. Meditation has its own benefits and it has benefits, on our mental health as well as our physical health. That's a different thing. But if you want to read Akashic records, then maybe it really helps. But if you want to seek guidance through the recordings where a healer is going to read for you, then meditation is not that important for.
I believe if I have understood our scriptures and things correctly, meditation used to be a very important part of the daily routine anybody our ancestors used to be having. But eventually, it has somewhere or the other lost its essence. Only a very few people have been able to do it with proper discipline, and yes, they are reaping benefits of it. Given the current fast pace of the modern lives, we all are sort of caught in the chains that we have all ourselves built for us. What's your advice for people to somewhere or the other get closer to start meditating, and some of the myths that you have come across about meditation?
Okay, so first part of your question has answer in itself. Okay,
Okay.
people are not able to meditate because the life has become really fast paced. Even on social media, if you see that, everything is like the reels are also getting shorter and shorter. From 1 minute, they're getting 30 seconds, 10 seconds, everything fast food, everything is becoming instant gratification.
Yep.
That's one of the biggest hindrance in someone who wants to pursue meditation, but the brain and the body is trained in that certain way because of our external environment, and that's why they are not able to meditate. Because slowing down, that is what you need to do for meditation. And meditation is for you to slow down. It's both way. You need to slow down if you want to meditate, and meditation is the best tool if you really want to slow down and change the brain waves in your brain. You know, it's a 3,000-year-old practice in our Vedic Bharat. Our sages have been advocating the meditation processes for years. And many people, as you said, many people have reaped the benefits of regular meditation. Because when you are into that stillness, into that oneness, you are actually allowing your mind to process the emotions that in the fast life probably we would just brush aside somewhere, not look at them. And what happens is, so when in the meditation, you are actually dealing with those things. Now, why do we have physical ailments? These physical ailments are, we as an alternative energy practitioner, we believe it is originating from our thoughts, from all the negativity that we store into our body. When we are not dealing with our emotions in a right manner, we are storing those emotions and that dense energy into part of our bodies. Maybe it will be stored into your joints, into your head, into your limbs. You never know where you're storing your energies. And then slowly, slowly over the years, it's going to manifest into the physical ailment. So that's how. So what happens when you're meditating? You are bringing your mind to a certain state where you are absolutely calm and composed. You are also dealing with your emotions and you're not allowing them to release it. Allowing them to store into the body. So it's a very good hygiene habit, spiritual hygiene, you can say.
I totally agree on that. I've myself personally experienced it as well. I've seen emotions whenever I am anxious or, I'm dealing with some form of an emotional challenge. I suddenly have an increased lower backache, instances of lower backache or cervical issues happening. And the moment I'm back to being happy and jolly and everything, they are just suddenly gone. Like at one moment, you're having some really severe cervical pain. And the moment you just shift your mood, you're not feeling that pain anymore.
So I'll tell you something. What is lower back pain or leg pain? Is the time when a person is feeling not supported. That is when the pain comes up. So maybe to deal with it, you can look into your own situation and where you're not feeling supported, or maybe delegating your work and feeling supported will make you happy,
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
asking for help when it is needed and not taking everything on yourself will also make you feel supported. So maybe you will be able to avoid this back pain. That's clear indication that how mind and body is connected.
I totally agree on that. I have, the moment I started my practice in the journey of Anya Wellness primarily, I tried manifesting, and it is very true. What you manifest in your mind starts to appear on your physical body. So, a lot of times when I'm talking to people who are very close and the inner circle, and they say, I'm having so and so physical issue, I say, try and see what you have manifested in the past. Because if you are consciously saying to your body that I'm ill, I'm not feeling well, I'm having XYZ issues, the body starts to, emitting those vibrations at at that very wavelength. And you change your mood, you change the cycle of thoughts, and it's a different vibrations being emitted. So I believe, as they say, your vibe attracts your tribe. So I guess your thoughts attract the things around you and for your body as well.
Your health as well. Yeah. So, the people really think that, meditation is for the people who are very religious or, someone who needs to follow rituals of God, praying God, goddesses and all. I really get asked into my practice, when I'm doing the deep energy healing sessions, people, the first thing in the first session itself, they ask me, okay, if I'm doing this, work with you, am I going to be labeled as very or very spiritual? So for them, being religious and being spiritual is one thing. That is one of the reason people avoid mindful practices. That is the reason they avoid meditating because they think, okay, now, in a structured religion, that you need to do a certain kind of a chant or you have to follow the puja or something. So they are really associating those rituals to being spiritual or being mindful or meditating. That's one of the major block I have seen whenever I suggest someone that, okay, maybe you can try meditating. This is what the conversation flows out of them. Another thing that they are really the major block that, okay, I can't meditate because I'm constantly thinking and my thoughts are flowing into my mind. So I can't focus. But my answer is always that we need to understand our mind. It is its job to think constantly. Yeah. So how much ever you're going to push those thoughts, they are going to come to you with force. So instead of that, a person can actually accept them and allow them to pass by and not get engaged into them. Suppose You get a thought ki, okay, after the session, then I have to go and meet this person. Then you just accepting that thought and allowing it to pass by. But if you're engaging into it, okay, I'm going to meet this person, and what should I wear? What should I order at the cafe that we are going to meet? Then you are engaging into that thought and you're not coming back into the present moment.
Mhm.
So you cannot ever reach at the state where the mind is not thinking and it's completely blank. You need a very deep practice to reach that level. But
Mhm.
for our human being, that's going to be a normal thing. So not engaging into those thoughts is one way to continue your meditative practices.
Let me put a question in this manner. What's the easiest way to meditate?
Practice, 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 and consistency. So every day you have to sit at one place, every day, same place. So
Mhm.
you giving an indication to your body that now this is the time to meditate,
Okay.
and start from small time frame, like immediately on your first day or first week of your meditation. Don't start and do 30-minute meditation because you're not used to it. Your legs will start paining, your back will be like uncomfortable and all. So start small and slowly build up onto that practice. Maybe on first day you take a just focus on your breath and sit for 5 minutes doing nothing, then increase that to 10 minutes and then 15 minutes, and keep a same space, same time for everyday practice. And that helps you to slowly build your practice. Around COVID, I had a program for people that how to begin your meditative journey. It was a 7-day program I used to have, and at the end of 7 days, people used to sit for 30 minutes, and I used to take them through their complete meditation or whatever that topic was. So it's a proven technique that I have worked with for people,
Mhm.
and it definitely works. So these are the two, 3 points if the audience is going to take care of, they can really build their meditation practice.
How can meditation really help me with self-awareness?
So when you are into that stillness, into that calm, centered place, you are actually observing your thoughts. Okay,
Okay.
so you're becoming aware of your thoughts. Say now, if you are having a conversation, this like right, still our minds are going in the back. We are still thinking, okay, what we do need to do next, what is happening outside this room constantly. When we are into that meditative state, we are actually focusing on our breath and we are able to calm our mind. As we discussed earlier, you need not engage into the thoughts. You can just let them pass by. So you have your entire focus on how are you feeling in your body? What kind of thoughts are coming up? If
Mhm.
you are thinking about a situation, how did you feel about that situation in that moment? So that assessment actually makes you aware of your own self. There will be time you will have the unidentified feeling in your body. I'm feeling choked in my throat. Sometimes we
Mhm.
had a discussion with someone, we had a dialogue with someone 10 minutes back. We come back, we don't realize what is happening, but after that conversation, we really feel choked. So
Yep.
when you sit in a meditative practice, you can actually realize that there were some unspoken words that you could have used, but you didn't use at that time. Maybe the lack of assertiveness, or maybe out of respect, or whatever. So you can really understand what happened into that situation if your mind is calm and composed in a meditative trance state. So that's how it really helps.